Fluffy said that like some dude tried to butt fuck a raccoon and it bit his fucking dick off. It got so mad. If I was a raccoon, I would be so mad too. If some dude tried to butt fuck me, biting its dick off. Squirrels are worse than raccoons because, so I'm out in my van, I try to start it, right? It doesn't start. So I have the van towed to Ford. You got a varmint living in your van, but he's not here right now. You gotta be fucking kidding me. He explains to me that they wrap the wires with plastic processed from corn. Squirrels eat corn. Squirrels think that plastic processed from corn is corn and they want to eat it. They were hungry, of course, because they're squirrels and it's wintertime, and that's what they are if they're still in Chicago. It's freaking hungry. It's like I come home and I park a smorgasbord of corn in a heated place to sit and eat it. Squirrels see that and they're like $550 to get new wires. So I bring the van back and I park it in the parking lot and I figure all is well. A few weeks go by and my friend calls me on the phone and it's like, Wayne, you got some pretty friendly looking squirrels sitting on the hood of your van. Now I'm thinking he's just fucking with me because I told him the story about the squirrels. I just know those motherfuckers are not living in my van again. I got home and I popped the hood of the van and Phil lifted it up. Did you ever play that game called Whack-A-Mole? That's what it looked like. There was like 4 little squirrels sticking their heads up. Fucking pussy. He dropped the hood, slams down the hood, right? We gotta get the squirrels out of the van now. Alright, so my first plan is simple. You're gonna lift the hood. I'm gonna swat the squirrels out with the stick. We lifted the hood. I swatted the stick. The squirrels stayed under the engine, which brings me to my second plan. Start the engine. I'm expecting to see squirrel guts all over the inside of that hood. Pop that thing open. They're like hanging out in this little spot down there in the bottom of the... Plan number 3. I'm going to drive around on some really bumpy road until they pop out of the bottom of the van. After we figured there's a good chance that the squirrels got bounced, we pull over. They look kind of comfortable in their little squirrel house. Plan number 4. I'm going to take the van grocery shopping. And I'm going to leave the hood up and maybe they'll just get out and leave. In hindsight, it's like, well, if I was a squirrel, I probably would want to stay inside the van because it's warm. And I'm hanging out and I'm about to get out of the van when like this group of heavy metal dudes comes walking out with a bunch of tattoos and funky looking hair, right? So I'm thinking that these dudes armed with ice scrapers, they should be able to get the squirrels out of the van. Long story short, the dudes weren't able to get the squirrels out. They recommend that I call the cops. Which brings me to plan number 5. I called the cops. I never call the cops. So I called them up and I'm like, I got squirrels inside my van. And they're like, we'll send somebody over. I told them where I was at. Apparently, there's not a whole lot going on in Lombard. 10 minutes later, there's 3 cop cars and 4 of Lombard's finest poking around under my hood with flashlights and nightsticks. 20 minutes go by like we can't get it out. We don't know what to do. Let's call animal control. So plan number 6. In pulls animal control. They even have their own little truck. Like this 350-pound lady and this 95-year-old guy jump out of the... Nah, they didn't jump out of anything. They lumbered out of the van and kind of sauntered over towards my van. And like 15 seconds later, this lady had a squirrel in her hand. Dude had like a mechanical hand and he went down in there and he was like... He pulled out like a cubic meter of squirrel bedding. Somehow squirrels packed a cubic meter of squirrel bedding into like the holes of my van. I could have started a fire, I could have died. So in 1 minute they've gone from like misguided vagrant squirrels, idiots and living in my engine because they think it's a good place to live, to insurgent, terrorist, demon Arabic squirrels trying to light me on fire. They have to go. So I tell you guys all of this stuff because I gotta let you know that after meeting some squirrels face to face, knowing what squirrels are capable of, I would not try to butt fuck a squirrel. Anyone that would try to butt fuck a raccoon is dumb as shit.